Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor miller who had a beautiful daughter. One day, he boasted to the king, "My daughter can spin straw into gold." The king, intrigued and greedy, immediately ordered the miller's daughter to be brought to his palace. He locked her in a room filled with straw and demanded that she spin it into gold by morning. If she failed, he would punish her severely. The miller's daughter, frightened and unsure of how to complete the impossible task, began to weep. As her tears fell, a strange little man appeared. "Why are you crying?" he asked. She explained her plight, and the little man said, "I can help you spin the straw into gold, but what will you give me in return?" The miller's daughter, desperate, replied, "I have nothing left but my necklace." The little man agreed and began spinning the straw into gold. By morning, the room was filled with sparkling gold. The king, astonished by the gold, was still not satisfied. His greed only grew. He ordered the miller's daughter to spin an even larger room of straw into gold. That night, the little man returned. "What will you give me this time?" he asked. "I have nothing left but my ring," she said. The little man took the ring and spun the straw into gold once again. By morning, the room was filled with gold, and the king was overjoyed. But his greed was unrelenting. He locked the miller's daughter in an even larger room, filled with straw, and demanded that she spin it all into gold. The miller's daughter had nothing left to give. In desperation, she made a promise to the little man. "If you help me one last time, I will give you my firstborn child when I become queen." The little man agreed, and by morning, the straw was transformed into gold. The king, thrilled with the gold, married the miller's daughter, and they lived happily in the castle. A year later, the queen gave birth to a beautiful child. However, the little man soon appeared to claim his prize. The queen, horrified, begged him to release her from the promise. "Please," she pleaded, "take all the riches in the kingdom, but spare my child." The little man refused. "You promised me your firstborn, and now I will take what is mine." Desperate, the queen begged for mercy. "I will give you anything, all the wealth in the land, but let me keep my child." The little man, however, had no compassion. "I will give you a chance," he said. "You have 3 days to guess my name. If you guess it, you may keep your child." The queen, heartbroken, sent messengers throughout the kingdom to search for the little man's name. On the 3rd day, one of the messengers returned with a strange story. He had seen a tiny man dancing around a fire in the woods, singing, "Tonight, tonight, my plans are laid. Tomorrow I'll take the queen's dear maid, for I have spun the gold she'll trade, and the child's mine to claim and raid. But oh, I'll be so glad and proud. When my name is known, it'll be said aloud. Rumpelstiltskin's the name I bear. So lucky I am, and none can compare." The queen was overjoyed. She now knew the little man's name. The next day, when he came to claim the child, she greeted him with a smile and said, "I know your name. It is Rumpelstiltskin." The little man's face went pale with shock. "The devil told you that! The devil told you that!" he screamed. And in a fit of rage, he stamped his foot so hard that the ground trembled. "Now I have lost the child." In his fury, Rumpelstiltskin tore himself in two and disappeared, never to be seen again. The queen was free. Her child was safe. The king, seeing the cleverness of his wife, realized how his greed had led to so much unnecessary pain. He treated her with newfound respect, and together, they ruled the kingdom with wisdom and kindness. As for the queen, she learned a valuable lesson. Desperation could lead people to make dangerous bargains, but cleverness could break even the most perilous of deals. She and her family lived happily ever after, free from the clutches of Rumpelstiltskin's trickery.